So in my last video, I talked about how you can get yourself out of debt, but it makes sense to know how you got yourself here. Like most people I know earn good money, but just before the month runs out, they are already needing more money because their expenses are already running out of control. Like a lot of people I know who earn good money do not even know how they got themselves into so much debt. They do not know when they started digging themselves into a life of debt. So in this video, I'm going to take you back in time. It's going to be more like a Harry Potter moment, and you're going to see how you got yourself here. So keep watching this video till the end, and if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure to do so right now. Also click on the notification bell so you can get notified when I release my subsequent videos, because I'll be releasing content like this and so much more. So I'll give you a second or two to do that, then I'll be back. My name is Onyeka. Thank you for sticking around. So in this video, I promised I'm going to take you back in time and show you how exactly you got yourself into a life of debt. Because probability is that if you can figure out how you got yourself here, then it's easy to get yourself out. For the most part of this video, it's going to sound like I'm judging you. I'm not trying to judge. I made a list and I'm going to look at it from time to time so I don't forget anything. I'm going to start out by being very understanding. You don't earn enough money, but then how much is enough money? There are people whose annual salaries run into millions and they are still indebted to other people. And then there are people who earn thousands but don't owe anybody. So then how much is enough money? I'm not going to take that for a reason, and you don't have to deceive yourself. Enough money is not the reason you are in debt. You are in debt because you lack a basic sense of financial management. This is what financial management means. It means you're able to put your expenses and your earnings in perspective and balance things up. It's good financial management means you're able to keep something aside. You're able to maximize what you have so that you can achieve more with it without having to borrow from somewhere else. Good financial management means you're able to even multiply what you have in your hands. So if you lack a good sense of financial management, it's going to be very hard to get yourself out of debt. But the fortunate thing is this: you can learn a lot about financial management from the internet and a whole lot of resources over the place. There are a lot of resources available for you, and you can read up and grow your financial awareness. In fact, there are two books I will recommend right now. When you read them, it's going to be incredible how much your financial awareness is going to get increased. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki is a very nice book. I've read it and then it changed my life. Another book you should read is The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. In fact, this book teaches you the basis of how to manage your finance, irrespective of whether you are a low-income earner or a high-income earner. The number two reason I find out people get into debt is because they spend money to please other people. At first, when you start to do this, you might not know that's what you're doing. When you buy that expensive dress just because you want to take an Instagram shot, you know you don't need that dress. You just want to feel good. You want your friends to drop a lot of likes for you on Instagram. You want them to love that photo, so you go buy that dress. Okay, your friend has this expensive car. You know that your annual income cannot comfortably buy this car for you. But you start growing a desire to have the same car. Now you have borrowed money just to buy this car. This is how you got yourself here. You have been paying off this car and it's seeming like eternity. You have not been able to pay off this car for 3 years now, for 4 years now, and then you're wondering how you got into debt. It's because you try to be like your friend. You know you're not rich, but you've bought these things because you want to create an illusion. You want people to think that you are a rich person, but you know you're not. The house you live in, is the rent affordable? Why are you living in such a house? Are you living in that house because you want your friends to think you've made it in life? You want your friends to think you're successful? The pair of sneakers you've been desiring to buy, why do you need it? You have some good shoes in the rack, but you want to buy this one just because you saw your friend the other day who is putting it on. Okay, now when you've bought this shoe, you're going to use it for how long? It's going to phase out. New shoes are going to come out in the market. Your friend who is wealthier than you are is going to buy again, and then you're going to want to buy again. To come on, man, that's what they call it, keeping up with the Joneses. For how long are you going to try keeping up with the Joneses? That's not a good game. So these are the two major ways people get themselves into a lot of debt. One, because they lack financial management sense, and two, because they spend money to please other people. Once you can tell that you belong to these categories of people, then it's easy to do something about it. If you can master the impulse of spending money because you want to get stuff that every other person has, if you can master this, if you can control yourself and not do this, then my friend, it's easy for you to get out of debt. That will be all for this video. I'll be releasing an episode 2 of this video in which I'll be exploring more reasons I've discovered people get into debt. Until then, keep yourself accountable and subscribe to this channel if you have not done that, because my next video will be very much more informative. Thank you very much for sticking around. See you next time. Peace out.